Chelsea from Studio Chat here at Silent Films Live 4 with the awesome Jeff Cardoni. How are you doing today?
Doing great. How are you?
Doing great, thank you. And we're having a lot of fun. We're actually at intermission from Silent Films Live. So what are your thoughts so far on the night?
Amazing pieces. I'm terrified to go next, so we'll see how it turns out. No, it was really cool.
Okay, well, you're coming up next. What are we going to be hearing from you?
We're going to be hearing Buster Keaton, 1 week.
Oh, wonderful.
It's fun.
Buster is definitely one of my favorites there. Can you talk about how you first approached really digging into that kind of genre of the silent film?
I tried to not make it feel like an old-fashioned movie. I kind of looked at it like a 9-minute music video, because I figured everyone's going to kind of be silent filmsy. So I looked at it like, try to give like a more modern approach to it, like more modern orchestral music, and tried something different. So we'll see if it works.
Excited to hear it as well. And also, you do have a lot of involvement in the modern TV and film landscape. One of the big ones that we've been talking about tonight is CBS Ghosts. I definitely want to touch on that one.
Yes.
Just any thoughts on really just how you first got involved in Ghosts and how much fun you've been having with it is what you've been telling me so far.
Yeah, it's a blast. It's so rare to have a comedy that feels unique, and it's been a lot of fun, and it's just total creative freedom. I get to do my best. I guess some of my influences were maybe like Beetlejuice or like a lot of 90s kind of horror movies, and so I guess I just kind of got to jumble that all together and try to make it funny, and it's been a really unique experience. Yeah.
Very fun. From the music side of things, what are some things that you've done for Ghost in terms of genre or approaches that you've taken to the specific show?
I tried, honestly, it's not unlike what I did for this, but I tried to make it classical sounding and not too TV sounding, and so I just try to give it a cinematic approach, and a lot of solo violin and some organ and some theremin and some creepy stuff. So it's been really fun to do. Rare to get that much freedom on a network TV show.
Tell me about some other projects you have going on right now.
Oh boy, we got this show called Ransom Canyon that's on Netflix right now. It seems to be doing okay, so we'll see if we come back. I got a movie coming out for Amazon called Playdate with Alan Richman. That'll be later this year, and I'm doing a Christmas movie for Netflix at the moment called A Merry Little Xmas. That'll be out around Christmas this year, so we'll see.
Keeping busy. I did want to ask you about Ransom Canyon as well, because I feel like that's an interesting one musically, because you have the orchestration and the scoring, but there's a little bit of a country western influence in there. So talk about blending those genres.
Yeah, well, that was when I first heard about the show. They said it was kind of Yellowstone meets Friday Night Lights, and I said, sign me up, because I've watched Friday Night Lights probably 5 times. That's one of my favorite shows of all time. So, and I had done a show called Heels, 4 stars, that was about wrestling in small town in Georgia, but it kind of had this down-home Americana feel to it, and that's kind of what got me in the mix on Ransom Canyon. And another bonus with Ransom Canyon was Minka Kelly was in Friday Night Lights as well, and she's in this show, and she's a pianist in the show, so I got to write some piano pieces and show her how to play them, and so it was a kind of all my influences mixed together into one thing. So it's been really gratifying, and I hope we get to do more. So we'll find out.
That's always the hope when it comes to TV shows. It's like, yeah, exactly. No specific end date, so you just hope it keeps going. Would you say piano is your main go-to when it comes to composing?
Yeah, I start most things on piano. I was forced to play piano from a young age, as many of us were. My childhood reminds me of the movie Shine, because I don't know if you remember that movie with Bill Bob Thornton, but I remember having to get up, and I hated playing piano when I was a kid, and I had to get up at 6 a.m. before school and chart in and like say that I practiced this amount of time and do those recitals. So it was traumatic. And then the irony is, when I told my parents I was going to be a composer, it's not every parent's dream to hear their child is going to be a musician. But I'm like, you guys created this. You're the one who forced me to do this, so don't blame me. So yeah, but that's how I started piano. And then halfway through like high school, I bribed my parents to stay with piano if I could play the guitar and drums. So I picked those up and kind of made them happy and did some other stuff. So yeah. No,
Kind of adding instruments as you go along the way, right? And
Yeah.
do you do that when composing as well? Do you feel like you kind of start at the piano and then just build out from there?
Yeah, I try to start everything with piano to come up with the melodies and the chords and stuff. But then I think as composers, we play lots of instruments not very well. But sometimes that's the charm of it. You pick up, just get a bunch of things and bang on them and try to put your unique take on something, And because I feel like that's, at the end of the day, what makes us all unique is how we play things differently. And that's always fun.
Definitely. And it's important as a composer to have kind of the little bits and pieces of different instruments as well, because you need to know what you're writing for and understand what you're telling other musicians to do, basically.
Yeah, totally. And for me, I just like organic, real instruments. I feel like so much music is just created in computers these days, and it's like if everyone's using the same sounds and the same programs, it all sounds the same. So I think it's fun for us to just get a bunch of instruments around us and throw on some microphones and play them and mangle them. And that I think that's how we come up with our identities, our unique identities, or what we can bring to something. And that's what we try to do.
Just have fun with it. Just like you're always saying about Ghost just now, just go in there, do what you like to do, and have fun.
I literally do the same thing I was doing at 14 years old. Now it's a job, and it's pretty awesome. And I probably much dress the same way now as I did too. So yeah, it's the greatest gig ever. So I hope to get to keep doing it for a while. So.
Well, we hope so too, because you're putting some wonderful music out there. So thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me.
Thank you so much.